I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it as we have our main event underneath the bright sunny sky.
All right.
Words are cheap. It's the action.
These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Good counter punching. He threw a punch and just got countered. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Those counter punches have to hurt. You believe what we are seeing. A perfect counter shot. Jab slightly off target. Well done with that counter shot. Good counter punch. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. So it's Jones versus Calzaghe, part 2. Of course, in their first encounter, Jones put Joe Calzaghe on the canvas. Hold it right there. The pride of Wales in some real trouble. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. It's no secret who has the advantage. Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Misses with the jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. How about that time counter shot? And he scores with the counter. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter. Nice counter shot. Missed him with that uppercut. How will these two fighters handle the outdoors? We're fighting under the sun here for this big showdown.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. Want to cool you down, want to ice you back, want to give you instructions in your head, and want to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the emotion.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Well, he is grabbed. There's the bell to start round 3. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Catch and shoot. No rest for the weary. Good defense on the right uppercut. There's a counter shot. They exchange punches. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. His jab just got blocked. Punch, counter punch. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The perfect counter lands. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Throws the jab and doesn't score. Despite what the judges... Whoa, wait a minute! Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Here we go to the fourth round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That counter shot lands. Just missed with that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Jab. Nice counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. And he misses with that jab. Good counter punch. He missed with that jab. No rest for the weary. Nice counter. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Can you believe this? Joe Calzaghe in some serious trouble. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Talk about a one. Time for the fifth round. How about that time counter shot? You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Counter shot. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Good counter punch. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Couldn't land that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. action, and they are giving us action. And he scores with the counter. There's a counter shot. Good punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive then. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. They got the momentum. Let's start the sixth. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little favour and pickpocket him.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. So much firepower here. He threw a punch and just got countered. Can't land that jab. Nice counter. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the flyweight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. You can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Good counter punch. That counter shot lands. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Calzaghe in that last round. And around that here we go, it's round 7. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nope, that jab not going to score. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Counter punches have to hurt. He threw a punch and just got countered. This is the kind of fight you expect from 2 world-class elite middleweights. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That punch landed. Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Insane action. Perfect counter lands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Get out there.
Round 8, and we're off again. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Well done with that counter shot. We both know who the bigger power puncher. Let's see that again.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Clearly his opponent was too much for him and he's thrown in the towel. So there you have it. It is official now, and that is